Hello and welcome to the Finance Committee of Macclesfield Town Council. And today is the 29th of September 2025. And we'll start from the top. Any apologies for absence? Is there any apologies?
Oh, sorry.
We're all here, aren't we?
Councillor Hutchinson.
Oh yes, sorry. Councillor Hutchinson. Do we have any declarations of interest? Yes, Councillor Wilcott?
I'd like to declare non-pecuniary interest in item 5.3 St Albans School. It's the PTA that have come to us this evening. I'm a member of the PTA, just as a member. Just also for the committee's, to put it to the committee, St Albans School did receive some money from our award budgets that Councillor Thompson and myself did discuss. It wasn't just St Albans School, it was all three primary schools in our ward. So the grant application is correct that they have not had a grant from us, but they've had some more budget money for us.
Yeah, all three schools had some more budget. Excellent. And how do you plan to manage this conflict of interest? Are you going to abstain from the vote? Fact. But you'll be in the room during the discussions. Fine. That sounds fine to me. So moving to the minutes of the Finance Committee held on the 23rd of June. Do we have anyone who would like to propose? Should we go through them? Page 1, 2, 3. Oh, it was quite quick, wasn't it? Any notes, queries, issues?
Propose them.
Lovely, thank you, Councillor. We've got anyone to second? Thank you, Councillor Gilman, and we'll vote on them. Voting, lovely, all accepted and all in favour. Thank you very much. So we can move on. So the first thing on the agenda is the Changing Lives Together grant. Unfortunately, the person who was planning to be with us has been unable to attend. So we've got a choice to discuss it, look at it ourselves and vote, or we could make a decision to defer if we feel that we would want to speak to somebody about it. I don't know how the committee's minded. What do we think?
I would prefer to defer it.
Okay,
but
fine.
I'm happy to be argued against.
I don't, having read through it, I don't think it's a time critical grant. I don't think there's anything in there that makes me think that we can't. It's not, it will start when it starts. It's looking for new clients and drumming up support for their befriending service, which is very worthwhile, and I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to support them. But I tend to agree that I'd quite like to speak to somebody, and we can ask the questions.
I have any issues with it. It's purely because it's nice to have somebody here to fill in any gaps that we may have.
Absolutely. Is there anyone else? Should I propose then?
I'll second the deferments from Councillor.
Okay. Councillor Gilman's proposed, and Councillor Wilcott seconded. Could we take that to the vote that we'll defer it into the next Finance Committee? All in favour? That's great. Thank you very much. So we'll move on to our second Macclesfield Camera Club. And I think we've got two people present for that bid. Would you like to speak to us?
Certainly. Is there any particular position you'd like to take?
Wherever you feel most comfortable.
Right. Addressing the committee from here, if that's okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vince Sparks, and I am the president of Macclesfield Camera Club. I'm joined this evening by a fellow committee member, Martin Pickles, who is our competitions secretary and a local judge for many a camera club. Our grant application is for the funding for a high-quality audio-visual projector to replace our current 16-year-old unit. Macclesfield Camera Club has been in operation in the local community since 1954 and has over 70 years operating in the local community. Our club's aim is to promote and foster the development of the photographic art for both club members and the local community through annual exhibitions, through competitions with local towns, and through engagement and support of local organisations within the Macclesfield area, providing photographers to take images for their social media and promotional activities. The club is often involved with local community projects, providing support to local churches, local schools, the treacle market, and local small businesses in order to promote their projects and social media. We host photographic competitions between local and regional clubs, generate sufficient funds after paying its operating costs to replace the legacy equipment that we have. We do have, as you'll see from our submission, a small reserve, but that is being held for a laptop, which is currently 10 years old, so we'll be replacing our laptop. So our grant application to the committee is for consideration of a sum of just under £2,000 in order to purchase a new high-quality laser projector to support the club's activities. So thank you for listening to the application, and we're happy to take any questions that you may have.
Lovely. So does anyone have any questions? Yes, Councillor.
Sorry, I didn't totally understand about the laptop. Is that included in that? Or
No,
have you got the money
No,
separate?
we were appealing for a projector. We've run the club as long as we can with the old equipment we have. Recently there's this thing about changing the Windows 10, our laptops over 10 years old, and anyway won't run Windows 11. So we have some funds that we want to hold in reserve in order to do that, but we were seeking an Arts Club grant in order to replace the projector.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't understand.
Has anyone else got yes? Councillor Harewood?
I see that you meet in Goldsworth Village Hall.
Yes.
Have you ever asked Goldsworth for any money at all?
Well, the challenge is we have been centrally Macclesfield based
Okay.
for a number of decades.
It
We
looks
were in
like it.
Macclesfield Library.
Oh, I see.
The unfortunate thing is the cost of room hire, which has been increasing for all sort of club operations, has meant that we've had to leave Macclesfield, and the cheapest, most effective place we could find, it was still of the right distance for the people of Macclesfield to attend, our members, was in Goldsworth. So that's where we've been in Goldsworth. Just recently, Goldsworth has, in the last year or so, put a projector in its hall, but that is not fit for purpose in terms of photographic quality type images. It's a cheaper type of projector, and we have tested it, but it's no better than the one that we have that's 60 years old. So that's where we are with Goldsworth.
I just wanted to explain that the activities is called Macclesfield Cabinet Club, that you meet in Goldsworth. That's all right. That's all right.
Yes.
I think it does say somewhere, doesn't it, that 70% of people are. Have I read that? Oh yes, 77% of our members reside in the Macclesfield ward area. So, okay. I've got a few questions. Sorry, Councillor Gilman, you can go. No, absolutely.
Forgive me if this is a really stupid question. I know you talk about exhibitions and things like that. Macclesfield Camera Club, do you meet and people come and you do camera stuff, like on a weekly basis?
Yes, we do. We have a 28-week programme that we operate throughout the year. We have guest speakers. The idea is to promote people with the visual art and developing skills in photography.
Okay. Can you tell me the age range of the people that are members?
Yes. The youngest member is 30.
30.
30, and the oldest member is 20. So we tend to deal with that age range. It does tend to be a longer age range, but we are seeing a lot of interest from what we would call a younger person. We do, a lot of camera clubs will open up their doors to teenage people, so long as they're accompanied with an adult, but there's not really that much demand from the younger generation. It tends to be people who are in a career who can afford photography equipment, whether that's mobile phone or whether that's an advanced camera. So we just embrace all types of photography. Our doors are open to everyone, but the appeal tends to be people from around the age of 30 to those that are retiring and have the time to spend on their hobby.
Okay, thank you.
So, any other questions? No, it is a very high cost spend for us if we, but you have talked about collaborations with local schools, artists and cultural organisations which would extend your reach and impact. Could you give me an example of one of those that's already taken place?
Yes, well, I think we have in the past used in Macclesfield Library, when we have an open evening or open session for our annual exhibition, we will project images alongside printed images.
Right.
So that's one example where we use that. We also, both Martin and I do guest speaker talks, and we will go out to other organisations. So I, for instance, do a lot of work with local U3As in promoting photography. So we take the skills level from the photographic club environment, and we will take that out to the U3A and present our talks to local U3As.
Okay. Any schools at all?
Not recently.
No.
Not yet, no.
No. Okay. And in terms of the old projector, presumably if you're thinking of a new projector, what would happen to the old projector?
The old projector would basically be retired
Okay.
because it's just lost its colour calibration.
Okay.
It's no longer really fit for purpose. It has no value, residual value.
Okay. Okay, any other questions? No? Okay. Anyone minded to propose an agreement to this?
Chair, can I
Yes.
just ask one little thing?
Yeah.
You saying about the age range of the people. Nowadays, there's an advertisement on television at the moment, isn't there? The best camera in the world is the one in your hand, or something, isn't it? Are young people more biased towards the sophisticated smartphones and camera phones and so on?
They are indeed. It's effectively killed the camera industry around the globe. If you'd like an ad hoc statistic, in 2012, peak camera production in the world was 120 million units since the advent of mobile phones. Global camera production is now down to 8 million units. So that's the decline of the camera, but photography continues through other medium. So quite often, I am a big advocate of using a mobile phone, which can be as equally as good and as effective as a professional camera. So a friend of mine who gives talks says it's the wizard, not the wand. So effectively, you can make great use of a mobile phone.
I just wondered if it affects the age of the members. You know, you might have your younger members if you're more inclusive with the smartphones.
Yes, we do. It's on our website. We say we embrace all types of photography, whether from smartphone or professional camera. But today, even a smartphone of good quality costs £1,000. So the camera tends to cost £1,000 to £3,000. So there is still a barrier to entry, but I just don't think the younger person is used to a club environment where you are critiquing images. I think younger people tend to post on social media and be happy to share that way. And they have artistic ability that's developing. But I think once you come into the more formal photographic world, where you're looking at composition techniques, lighting, etc., you're looking at more sort of professional type photography. And it's not till later in people's life or career that they want to invest that amount of time and thought into that. I've actually spoken with a lot of local camera clubs because of the challenge of membership, trying to attract the younger person. But I think we all have the same challenge. The younger person does not want to come out on a Monday evening to a camera club and sit with 13 to 80-year-olds to find out about photography. So that has been a challenge.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right, thank you. So, is anyone minded to propose?
I will.
Okay, Councillor Gilman proposing. Is anyone minded to second? Okay, Councillor Wilcox. Should we all take that to the vote then? To agree the 1,000... Yes, 1,992, I think was the amount, wasn't it? Just let me get the number correct in my mind. Yes, 1092. Yeah, so we've got a first, got a second, all taking it to vote. Councillor Harewood? Okay, that's unanimous. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
So we'll move on to our third, but St Albans School, which is a request for £250. Wherever you feel comfortable. Yeah, wherever you feel comfortable.
I'm Sam.
Hello.
This is Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
St Albans Catholic Primary School.
Lovely.
I've been a teaching assistant there for 21 years
Lovely.
in LTA. I've been there for nearly 16 years as a teaching assistant, not a head teacher.
Okay.
And Sarah also ran the PTA, didn't you?
I did, yes.
And her girls went to there, my niece went to there, and we are desperate for a new music system. We've got about 250 children in our school. We do a lot of performances throughout the year. Nativities, school masses, barbecue, sports day, film night, school plays, and we've been doing film night and the music just shuts down. It just stops in the middle of the film night or while we're doing children's discos. I mean, it's me that does it out of discos. It stops. In the middle of it all dancing, luckily we can get it back working, but how long that's going to last, we don't know. And we've had this one for about 12 years, and it has really...
I actually purchased it from Marjorie Music when I was the head of the PTA, as we needed a sound system then. So it's had a lot of
It has, and it's... The thing is with the one we've got, it's not portable, so we've not, but we do move it, because obviously we've had sports days, barbecues outside, and it's just, I mean, it's amazing. We call it Darth because it looks like Darth Vader, so we call it Darth, and it's been doing, it's done its job, and we've had mics, but we've seen a new one, the school has seen a new one. I've been looking for a new one for over the last few months, and this is just the stuff that it comes with, things like Bluetooth, so a lot of the teachers put the phones on Bluetooth. Some of our laptops are quite old, so they don't have Bluetooth, but the new laptops that we've had have got Bluetooth on them. I've made sure that all the teachers can put their laptops to it, and they can put their phones to it. It's just, we can take it outside, it's portable, it's on wheels, and it's splash-proof. Okay. So if we're out and it has a little bit of a rain, then we can bring it in. But it's mainly for the assemblies that we do, the nativities that we do, and the masses that we do. Obviously, we don't want it going off in the middle of mass, which we're all sort of sat on tender hooks when they play the hymns and things like that. And a lot of we have assemblies every Friday. And it goes, everybody's so worried about it not working, about the internet not working. And I spoke to a chap, it's actually from who's the one that we've seen, and he himself was a DJ, and he said, this is the type of thing that I would go for. And it hopefully, well, it will work, it's going to work, and they've got the guarantee, a 2-year guarantee, which is what we want.
Lovely, that's excellent. Thank you so much for presenting that to us. So who's got any questions? Any questions at all? No, it sounds like you've done your homework. But Councillor Gilman.
I don't have any questions. But I would just like to say that I think it's great, and I think we should look at expanding the giving of grants or money to local schools.
I think there's money as well for things like this. We're trying to do cake sales and things like that.
The costs have slightly increased, haven't they, from what we
it has had to.
Yeah, but this has a very real benefit to the children of our town.
And I'm not just saying that I'm a dance teacher, and we are a school, and we've got one here that does, we are very vocal in singing and dancing.
We have, with our parish of St Albans, and we have the mass that we have, our parishioners are invited to our school as well. And any mass that we celebrate, they're invited as well, so we do.
Imagine the stress that we're under.
So Yeah, no, absolutely. We'll,
it's very
I think
clear.
what Councillor Gilman is saying is that we might need a little brief discussion afterwards about the principle, rather than this specific grant,
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
principle. So you hold that thought, Councillor
Yeah, no,
Gilman.
this is very good because the impact
But
is very
for,
clear.
for this particular grant, Councillor Harewood, did you have a question?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have a question, I just have a comment. You started by saying the desperate. I would like to comment that anything that includes the coming generation in the community is worthwhile supporting. And I feel that that kind of job cannot be underestimated. So I'd like to approve that grant wholeheartedly.
So you would like to propose then, would you,
Yes.
Councillor Harewood? Lovely. Is there somebody who'd second? Lovely. Councillor Gilman, let's take it to the vote then. Oh yes, abstaining. Thank you. Thank you. So that's unanimous extension. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. So no need for people to wait around because it would be slightly dull, and so you'd be quite. I'm quite happy if you want to go now. That'd be fine. And then we'll move on. Thank you. Thank you for coming. No,
Thank you.
lovely. I think Sarah's. Okay, lovely. Thank you. Right. So we'll move on with. Did we want to have a brief discussion about that, the concept now of schools, or should we mull that over, and maybe put it on the agenda for next time? I do have the same sort of. We need to be thinking about that in terms of your new role in
Yeah,
schools. And I think it's important, isn't it, we maybe have a discussion, because schools are constantly trying to raise money, and it sort of asks that parity of esteem question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if every school wanted the same sort of technology.
There will always be
Exactly.
things that schools need to purchase.
Mm.
And it might be a music system or a sound system. It could be a million things.
Mm.
But I think it's really important that we, as a town council, support. Well, I think it's really
Yeah.
important because it's
Oh,
what my year's
exactly,
all about.
yeah. Young people, absolutely.
So I think to formalise it, if it's at all possible, and I presume it will require a conversation with Laura, but I think to formalise it can only be a really positive thing.
And just to be very clear, it was the PTA that was approaching us, and not the school itself, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Mm.
that's not what it said on the thingy.
Not
It
the
said
PTA?
It's the school and the PTA are going to make up the shortfall.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so we need to... Oh, yes, I misread that, didn't I? Okay, we need to consider this then, don't we? Right, let's move on to number 6, the grants updates. So we've got quite a lot of updates for information. Some nice pictures from the 3rd Macclesfield Scouts. A report from BU Support. The DIB has sent some information back about their phone project. Clients need more than just downloading an app and learning how to use it. Oh, yes. I'll be there soon myself. Friends for Leisure, that was a nice update about the drama sessions. St Michael's have sent us lots of nice pictures of things going on in the church, all well lit. And just drop in a nice picture of Anne smiling after delivering the first aid. Obviously, I don't think there's any pictures of the people who attended because it's not necessarily appropriate. The Methodist Housing Association have managed to include people for lunches, and there's a nice picture of a lunch and lots of people sitting around enjoying their lunch. We've got Rossendale Trust. The Shine the Light. I was there because Cordiality were there. Oh my God, it was a hot day. It was so hot. But it was a very good event. I enjoyed that immensely. Space for Autism have given us a interim report, I think. It's quite a small one, isn't it? I think we'll be expecting a little bit more. And the Brownies, St Barnabas Brownies have given us a little update as well, which is very nice. So to move on to number 7, the financial reports to date. So we've got an action. Has anyone got any questions or queries about the reports? No? Thank you. So we've got to approve the spend to date. This is the end of August of £362,692, which will be taken to the next full council. Is anyone happy to propose? I can propose them.
I'll do whatever. Yeah.
You'll second them?
Yeah.
Lovely. Shall we take it to the vote then? Lovely. Excellent. Thank you very much. So we've agreed that that is a true and accurate record, and we will take it to full council. And then there was the following reports to be noted: the income and expenditure. I was just saying, I always look at the variance. That's for me the biggie, but there wasn't anything that stood out, I have to be honest, this time. I suppose the town range is the one that maybe stood out the most. But most of it's quite similar to what we were expecting. Any others? Anything anyone's noted and would like to ask or query? No. As I always say, we generally look through these in advance. Councillor Gilman even adds up all the numbers very impressively. I do a more holistic review of the numbers.
To be fair, if the agenda was longer, so would I.
You're sure you do a more holistic review than you do. So we do, and the reason why we don't discuss much in the meeting is because we've generally asked all our questions in advance. Does anyone else have any other questions about the balance, the bank reconciliation, receipts and payments, the detailed balance sheet, and the authorised payments? Any queries or questions? Anything slipping through that we weren't expecting? No. Very good. Thank you very much. I don't think we have to agree those, do we?
No, it's just for noting.
No, just for noting. So the next time and date of the next meeting will be the 17th of November at 7 p.m. in Macclesfield Town Council Hall.